Let's check the structure of the VS Code interface. First, let's go to the official website of VS Code and download the distribution. Distributions are available for Mac OS, Windows, and Linux platforms. We can select the suitable distribution according to our environment settings. Once the distribution is downloaded, we can extract the application. Then, we can start VS Code editor by double-clicking on the extracted application. VS Code starts with the welcome page. On the left side, we have the activity bar which holds onto the quick setting access related to the opened workspace. On the bottom of the page, we have the status bar which is the details about the currently opened editor. And, on the top we have the menu bar. It provides all the IDE related capabilities and allows customizations. This is very useful especially if we cannot remember the shortcuts for any editor action. For example, we can check the VS Code version, or open the command palette or open the integrated terminal via the menu bar. The welcome page comes with quick start links to create a new file, to open a folder, or to clone a Git repository. Also, it links to recently used projects and website help links for quick access. We can find customize options on the right side of the welcome page. The tools and languages can be used to install any third-party extension with just a click of a button. This way we can have an improved user experience while working with any programming language. The setting and key binding option filters the key maps category of the marketplace. These listed extensions can be used to configure VS Code to follow shortcuts of another IDE. The color theme option allows sticking to any color theme as we prefer. We can select an existing theme, or install new themes via the marketplace. Under the Learn section, we can find and Run All Commands option which directs us to the command palette. The command palette is one of the key features in VS Code. It holds onto all the available actions in VS Code. Each action is mapped to a command in the palette. The interface overview option gives a map to where things are on the VS Code interface. Finally, we have the interactive playground option to play around the available VS Code editor capabilities. We can try out multi-cursor editing, IntelliSense, code actions, and so on. Let's create a simple Python file. When we save the file with Python extension, the VS Code instantly picks up the programming language. It also provides a quick run option on the top right corner. VS Code has added the Python logo onto the file editor label, and has picked up the saved location and changes the status bar accordingly. It has identified the programming language of the current editor. It lists any notifications related to the active extensions. Here is a quick option to send feedback or report an issue. Then, we have an option to switch the end of line characters bytecode between line feed or carriage return. We can change the file encoding. And switch the indentation between spaces or tabs. This represents the line and column index of the cursor position on the opened editor. On the left side, the VS Code has set a relevant Python SDK as it was available in this machine. This is an indication on the number of warning and errors associated with the projects in the workspace. If we click on it, it pops up the details of these errors and warnings. We also have the quick access to the debug console to debug any application. The Output tab lists all the available output channels provided by the extensions. We can execute any CLI commands with the integrated terminal. Let's go through the activity bar. First, we have the Explorer. It has a list of open editors, quick file open, or Git cloning. It may also have other views that are coming from the extensions. Next is the Search tab with search and replace within workspace files. Then, we have the Source control. It provides quick interactions with GitHub. We can check out, pull, or push changes with just a few clicks. The Run and Debug tab is useful for developers to launch applications and to trace fixes along the code base. The VS Code facilitates all the required capabilities to run and debug applications and associated test cases. Then, we have a quick access to all the third-party extensions in the marketplace. We can install any extension with a single click. Note that the activity bar may vary depending on the extensions that we install. At the bottom of the activity bar, we have an option to sync VS Code settings across different machines. Finally, we have the VS Code Manage option. The settings can be used to configure and build capabilities of the VS Code, as well as its installed extensions. Another important option here is the shortcut for the command palette. This brings us to the end of the VS Code Basics video. Thank you for watching the video. If you find this useful, please drop a like to support the channel, and subscribe the channel for more videos.